We mentioned the Hall of Fame there, and of course we're both, well, not we're both, you are, just I've interviewed him. Vince Russo. Uh, when I mentioned the Hall of Fame to him, he was like, "Bro, they're never gonna put me in, bro." And it's like, come on, he's gonna go into the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he will. I think because of our show and the honesty, he doesn't kiss ass. He tells it like it is. A lot of these guys that you would have thought never would go in, they've had to kind of, suck it up and kiss ass to get back in the good graces with WWE. And that's not who he is. So for him to ever go into that, A, they would have to come to him, and B, they would have to acknowledge his contributions to the company. And with everything they've put on that network saying, oh, we didn't miss a beat when Vince Russo left, his ideas weren't that good, but somebody made him good. That was a quote by Vince McMahon on the network. They would have to eat all that stuff that they said and change the narrative. And I just don't see them doing that. I don't think he'll ever get in there.
You know what would be perfect if, as we mentioned, he get praised on Twitter by him. If The Rock agreed to induct Vince.
Yeah. I don't know how that stuff works. That Rock comment was nice to see because he was the one that hasn't really said anything one way or the other on Vince up until that point. But I don't know, because he's told a lot of truths, and about Stephanie and Triple H and Vince McMahon, and people don't like to hear that stuff. So you wonder. I don't know. He went back in 2002 and they squashed it. Vince wanted him back. Shane wanted him back, but Stephanie and Triple H did not want him back. So I think if anybody even brought him up, it would be Shane, and then I think Stephanie and Triple H would squash it. So I don't see that ever happening.
I think that with the way the society is, because there seems to be like a bit of a JR backlash and anti Conrad Thompson shit going on, so I can see all that hatred moving towards some Russo uh, loving.
Well, we do get a lot of both of those things. So obviously we wouldn't, need any more hatred. We got plenty, but we do get a lot of love from the listeners of the show. And I don't like, people say something. I don't know why they're on JR or why they're on Conrad, but again, people just get on people because of their opinions, and they take one thing that they hear, and people have done this to me. You'll say one thing, someone will disagree with it. They'll completely judge you as a person based on that one statement, not knowing a thing about you. And that's the social media age. That's the internet age, the podcasting. People just got to be like, man, I didn't agree with that. Okay. But there's so much hatred involved with just disagreeing with an opinion. That's just something that I don't know if will ever go away with social media.